Were you questioning the value of Cam Cal last night?
No, we were really rusty, and when you watch the tape, it's amazing how they revert back to when there's any kind of it's game slippage or they get tired. The biggest thing they must learn, and they just haven't yet, is every team that comes in has unbelievable energy to start the game. And we just don't seem to think that matters. So you're down 10-0, 12-2, 8-0. You know, now maybe I got to start different people that understand it. But this is like every game now. And it's the same reason. They outrun us, they outwork us. They're more alert to play than we are. And then we kind of kick it in and, okay, but told them after the game, against a really good team, you're down 20, and you're not coming back. You'll get it to 8 or 10, then they'll push it to 16, and then you'll get it to 6, and you'll lose by 12. That's what's going to happen against a good team.
So have you thought about changing the lineup?
Yeah, but you know, right now I look at it and say, hey, let me ride this a little bit, because we're basically playing Alex and Dominic, and really proud of Calipari. You know, Calipari gave us great minutes. Just got to make free throws. I told him you can't be a guy who can't make any free throws, because if the game is in the balance at all, 8-point game, and I put him in, what do you think? 7 minutes left, 8 minutes left. Just foul him. If he gets it, foul him. Put a guy in, he goes in, you go in. Foul him. So I told him, until you get this figured out, it's hard to keep you in the game. But he did everything else well.
The other side of that, when you have a guy like that you throw it down there too, all 4 times he got it in 8 minutes and put it in the basket.
Right.
Power his way.
But again, as a basketball Benny, I have to remind you that if I'm coaching the other team, I put in a guy that never plays and guards him. The minute I throw it to him, he turns to shoot, I foul the crap out of him. He misses 2, I take him out, you take him out. That's what's going to happen. You've got to be able to get up there, and the same with Will. You don't have to make them all. You just can't miss them all.
How has Calipari's game grown otherwise?
Oh, he's running the court, he's defending better, he's moving his feet. You know, I told him right at half, look, I'm playing you this half, and we're going to throw you the ball. You score. If they double kick it, repost it. And I think he was ready for it. And again, he's not a bad free throw shooter. Most of this becomes the mental part of it.
Is watching what Alex is doing one of the sort of rewarding things for you?
Yeah, I love it. Nothing makes me happier. And again, it took him a while to accept that he had to change. And most of it's just change how you think, and change how you approach this, and change your mentality about practice, and loving the grind, and then seeing the results. And they have to see results to build on that, to get better. And he's seeing it. Now, I want him to take some jumpers. He's a good shooter. Love that he made his free throws. Now go get fouled. I want him to drive to the middle, left or right, shoot his jump hook that he's taken 9,000 times in 2 years here. Now do it in a game. You don't have to go 3 dribbles, cross over behind. Just take it, get the ball by the man, bounce it in the lane, and shoot that jump hook. He's got more game, but I like that he's just settling into how he's got to play. He's in great condition. He's in a great frame of mind. Mentality has changed. He's changed how he's thinking. You know, he started the game with one-handed rebound. He brought it in now to go shoot it. By the time he got it up, the guy did break his arms. He wants to take, but he didn't get it up to the basket. If he had grabbed it with 2, he could have gone up and dunked it, and it would have been nothing. But he grabbed it with 1. Those are the kind of things, that's the kind of drapes that we're trying to get him away from. But he was, you know, and he's defending better, doing that better.
What do you want? How is Dominique sort of handling, and how do you want him to handle the way teams are just sagging so far off the...
Well, he's a good enough shooter, but he knows that's not his deal. He's going to have to get in the gym more, because he's going to have to take some of those shots. The other thing he may have to do is we may have to cut him to the basket. The nice place to stand him may be pass it to the post, cut under the basket, stand right under that goal. And then throw it to him, and he'll score that. He can dunk it. So you can do different things if they're not playing him. I've had players like that before. I'm not even worried about that. You just keep that energy on. You keep defending. He did some things in the game, like he fouled a kid and gave him 2 points for no reason. What are you doing? I don't know. I'm sorry. He didn't get back. and he gives a kid a layup by timeout. Why didn't you go back? I was stopping the ball. You were stopping the ball, so he threw it to a guy who shot a layup. Why did you do that? I don't know. But he's not the only one. That's the answer. That's like the common answer with these guys. Why would you do that? You tell me why. I have no idea why you did that.
You said you changed the way that you were running the fast break during Camp Cal. What did you think yesterday, especially in the second?
They did a better job of fighting our post than our post did of creating space so we can throw him the ball. We had one guy that created space so we could throw it to him. Who was that? You watched the game. So why did he do it and our other guys didn't? I don't know. We watched the tape. Calipari sat down, made himself big, and he yelled for the ball. So we are going to do some things today to get them in the stands. What I think will happen, I think teams are going to play us sagging to make us shoot jumpers. Maybe an opportunity for Derek Willis, but he hadn't been shooting well in practice. So my thing to him is, I want to get you more minutes, but you got to prove in practice you can make 7, 8, 9 in a row. Then we can go to you, and your team's going to have confidence in you, and so are you. But I think they're going to sag, and they put 3 guys on Julius. That's how I think people are going to play us. But we started the game shooting 7 threes. Now, what do you think one of our weakest areas is? So why would you start the game shooting? Because it's easier than being down and ready and driving the ball. What did we do in the second half? I said, if you shot a 3 without a drive to the middle or a post, you're out. So if you want to play, you can either pass it and go like this, and everybody's going to say, what's wrong with him? Why won't he play? Or you can drive the ball, post the ball, and that's what they did in the second half. Defended better, but most of it came off of that you demoralize them a little bit. You know, our zone offense was good. Our zone offense against the 1-3-1, you know, was getting dunks and layups, so ran better in the second half because we defended better.
You make a point in this during the layoff of kind of advancing the ball with passes.
Yeah,
Instead of running.
yeah, we did, and it showed. The other thing I thought, we were in better shape. You saw in the second half, we didn't back up at all. But it's not that. It's, do you understand how excited they are to play? Yeah. And you got to be as excited to playing them as they are playing you. Because the one thing their coach is going to say, every coach, you must outwork these guys to beat. Well, then take that away. That's off the table, so you're not going to do that. And then the second thing is going to be really sag off and hope they settle for 3s. Well, don't settle for 3s. How about that one? I know it's a crazy thought, but don't settle for 3s. You're in the top 1, 2, 3 in the country in free throws attempted. So do that. Now let's hope we make a few more. We're making 23, we should be making 29, 28. We should be scoring 5 more points a game from the line. So let's do that. We're on the path to get more steals than we've been getting. That's good. Now let's keep building. And we didn't change. We played one defense, so we didn't do anything to confuse ourselves or them. And we still had a few more steals. So
What has James done? What has James done to increase his rebound in the last 2 games?
Well, we're playing him in a position, offensively, he just goes to the glass, so he got 5. But playing the position he's playing where he's guarding one of the perimeter guys, not even a 3, one of those other perimeter guys, it seems as though those guys go back so he gets a free run at the ball. And I think that's helpful.
John, what's the idea with transition offense? Why do you emphasize that?
Because you need to get some free baskets. You get them on offensive rebounds, you get them on your block shots and your steals, and you get some free ones. Now, we're still bad. They still scored 5 baskets on thrown ahead basket, foul, later. I mean, we didn't match down, so we're gonna cover some of that stuff today. So we got a ways to go. I mean, they show signs. The second half, you say, well, if you played like that the first half, you'd have been up 20-some going into the second half. So why would you do this? And their answer is,
I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea. You know, Coach.
Tough run right now for Vanderbilt. I think they're down to 7 scholarship players. Just
Stop. I had 7 last year. Don't want to hear it. Careless. No, you know, everybody felt sorry for us. We'll get 7.
Here you guys take another young team down there with the bench configuration and all that stuff. You say anything to them about that, or?
We will. They have to talk more, and we're gonna talk about it today, some things. If they're not talking to each other and they're not relaying calls, we'll make them run. But the reality of it is the game's gonna start. That team's gonna be inspired to play us at home on national television. Are you inspired to play them? Or does it not really matter? You know, again, I think Florida State said it best. In the first half, they played for me. In the second half, we played for us. And that's what happened. That's why we won the game. First half, we were all about playing for our own self. What do you need to do for the team to play well? And I just keep coming back to that, to this team. I'm asking you to do these 3 or 4 things. Why not do them? Your team needs you to do these 3. Can you do them? Yeah. Well, if you don't, you're coming out. And I did a lot of subbing because of that yesterday. Out. Next guy. I'm not going to keep telling you. Just sit out. So, you know, we got a ways to go, but again, you see all these funky scores. These scores happen, and you start in league play. You go on the road. Stuff happens. I mean, it's hard to win on the road. It's hard to win in your league. Everybody knows each other. Georgia going to Missouri. How about Arkansas, Texas A&M? Texas A&M been struggling and come back, and Arkansas's whatever they were, 11-1 or 10 lost games, and go there and they get them good. I mean, it's just crazy. And it's not just our league. It's every league. You look around and you're saying, what is going on? It's just what it's like.
How's Bradley doing?
He's good. He's good. They kept him an extra day. Spent some time with him last night. So, comes home today.
Thank you, folks.